Hello and welcome. My name is Laura Mazzata. I am a holistic therapist of 20 years and an Akashic Records channel. And I am here to chat with you about why I love retreats so much and why they're so effective. And whether you attend one of mine or you attend a retreat of your own that you find that feels really aligned, I highly, highly recommend them as a part of your journey. I remember when I was first working with my mentor almost a decade ago. And she was really encouraging retreats for me as kind of a missing piece to my spiritual immersion. And I didn't fully understand the impact of them until I started hosting my own. And yes, the in-person healing makes a big difference. And a lot of people do that anyway. They do in-person healing anyway, which is beautiful. Take advantage of that if you have the opportunity. But there's something really special about retreats where we say that you do, years worth of healing within a short period of time. And it's true. And I used to think that was really around, excavating old stuff that would come up and kind of resolving all of this really intense things that you can't run away from because you're there and you're with people and you're consistently doing practices and workshops around understanding and shifting these truths about yourself. And while that's true, that's really only what exists on a cognitive level. And there's a lot of people who go to retreats and they don't operate at that level. Really, the shift happens on an energetic level because of the nature of the retreat. So the retreat setup is a group of people, right? So you are physically held by a group of people that have been hand selected by the person who is hosting the retreat to fit together very, very well for this intimate experience. And so that when you attend a retreat, you're going to be with people who are really aligned. I remember saying, my whole life, I've been super introverted, like 86 to 90% introverted based on every Myers-Briggs inventory that I've ever taken in my life, right? And then I start hosting retreats and I'm like, actually, and I leave all this time afterwards so that I can recover energetically because I've been so social and interactive. And meanwhile, it energizes me and it makes me feel like $1,000,000. And I come back with all this momentum and super empowered and super centered and grounded, right? And so it's really about being aligned with those people that feel like soul family to you. They may not be related by blood, but they feel like soul family. And you get to know each other so intimately with the practices that you do on a retreat that you become fast friends. And you learn deep truths about each other very, very quickly. So yes, it offers you the opportunity to be with what comes up, but more importantly, retreats, at least the ones that I run, are very intentionally organized to guide the energy from when you first arrive to when you leave. So for instance, for my big retreat, my Embrace retreat, which happens in May of each year, we go, like this year, our theme was 5D consciousness. So we moved from the mind and releasing the mind through to expanding our consciousness and feeling energy and connecting with spirit and things like that. So we had days that we were honoring the human. We were honoring the ego. We were honoring its tantrums as it was shedding. We were holding each other through that and offering laughter and expansion and fun and energetic practices that were very customized to whatever was coming up with people. And that's the other thing that's really important with hosting retreats, whether you're a practitioner who's looking to do one or you're somebody who wants to attend them, make sure that there's space there. Because that's one of the things that people will say in my retreats to the ends of the earth, why they love it so much, is because I offer so much space for integration and for one-on-one time and connection with me and the other person who guides it in May, but also with other participants, because every single person there is super intuitive and super wise and able to guide and connect with one another. So it's a beautiful way to shift from I'm broken, something needs to be healed, I need to look at this, I need to expand here, I need to actually, I'm amazing just as I am. And I get to stand in acceptance and authority of who I am and start by the end of the retreat to share that with my voice with the other people there so that you're empowering yourself into speaking your truth, to being bold about ownership of this is who I am. You are claiming a new version of who you are. You're claiming a new level of self-leadership and self-authority, and you feel safe to do that because you're in this safe holding container. It can take, the reason it takes so much longer outside of that context is because you're like, oh, what is this person going to think of me? Or I don't want to lose my job, or I don't want to lose my relationship, or how is this person going to respond? Whereas in a retreat, we're all there doing the same thing. And so you get to move very quickly through that process and get to this place of solid ownership and troubleshooting of, when I go back into the world, how is this actually going to present? How do I integrate this? How do I show up concretely? And that's one of the things that we do with a lot of detail in my beach retreat, which happens August 6th to the 10th at my beach house in Bethany Beach, Delaware. That's a much smaller retreat. It's only 5 to 6 people. That's a very quiet, still, silent retreat, all about soothing, loving, comforting vibes. And it's really about you cultivating this intimate relationship with spirit and identifying what that feels like, and then creating a roadmap. We have a lot of one-on-ones on that retreat, a roadmap for how am I specifically going to integrate this into my life in all different areas of my life. And what are the ways that I could feel pushback, and how do I troubleshoot that? How do I continue to show up in my power, continue to show up in my alignment and who I am and who I know myself to be when I feel my best? And I think that's one of the things is that people love about going away in general, right? Is being able to get rid of all that outside noise and all of those outside opinions, and just be able to be with you, be with your, whatever's coming up within you, with your unique relationship with spirit, with the unique way that you connect with spirit and spirit expresses itself through you. It's so beautiful to see how each person channels and receives and expresses this energy so differently. And that really brings you into deeper self-acceptance of who you are, that, yeah, I'm different from other people. Good. This planet would be boring if I wasn't different from other people. I have gifts that I bring that somebody else might not be strong in, and vice versa. And we're here to complement and support one another. And with my retreats, we always stay in touch, either on Zoom calls that are happening on a quarterly basis or over WhatsApp chat threads, so that we can stay in touch and support one another and continue those relationships and connections. So it really feels like this soul family that's established throughout the course of the entire year, so that that vibration is sustainable. It's not like, oh, I just had a great weekend, that was fun, I'm going to remember that. Right? It's about, we are internalizing this. We are energetically implanting these new codes, this new way of being into your being, that you will never go back to being the same person that you were before. And we have things in place to ensure that you sustain those shifts going forward, especially as you implement them in your life when you leave. So my next retreat is August 6th to the 10th, 2023 in Bethany Beach, Delaware. This retreat is all about divine feminine energy. It's about self-intimacy and getting into a really deeply intimate relationship with spirit, knowing exactly how you channel this energy, knowing what it feels like in your body, bringing yourself to a place of deep pause and deep centeredness, so that you can feel really solidly centered at the same time that you feel very soft and compassionate and loving. It's really embodying that combo of soft and bold at the same time. So it's that, which is divine feminine power, right? That's really what divine feminine power is. And so there's going to be a lot of silent meditation. There'll be some gentle sound healing. My May retreat, my Embrace retreat, is more about empowerment, more about excavation and release. It's more of an intense energetic experience, more of an emotional experience. This one, although emotional, all spiritual work is, but it's a very tender, gentle, much quieter experience. You're going to have a lot more internal time with spirit than interaction, where the other one is a more active interaction space, my May retreat. So I'm going to drop the links in the description of this video. I would love to jump on a quick Zoom call. If it's something that you're really interested in, you can fill out the application on the page, either for the Embrace retreat or for the beach retreat. The Embrace retreat is almost full already for May 2024. There's only a couple spots left. So you can check out that page and fill out the application if you'd like to join us. And then after I read your application, we can connect on a Zoom call and get to know each other a little bit. And like I said, we have regular Zoom calls set up to meet everybody before we arrive so that you have a chance to create community. We prepare the vibe, we do some energetic practices, we set intentions, and get really, really clear about what we want to call in so that it feels really natural once we arrive. And it's just exciting to meet and join in with your soul family and step into this really yummy, yet expansive, infinite possibilities, anything is possible kind of vibe. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here for questions. You can also, on the Embrace page, you can watch videos from 2022's retreat. We have a video up for that. You can see the videos of the location that we book every year. It's phenomenal. It's this gorgeous mansion on a mountain of clear quartz. We always excavate quartz while we're there, which is super fun to explore. And you can also see on the beach retreat page, you can see pictures of the home. You can see pictures from last year, the itinerary for this year. All meals are included. Transportation is really the only thing that you need to do for yourself. But I invite you to set aside some time for you, set aside some time when there's no outside distraction and when you're truly focused on not healing yourself because there's nothing wrong with you, but informing yourself more deeply and intimately as to who you are, as to what you are meant to do here on this planet. And this is why the August retreat is scheduled when it is, because it's during Lionsgate, which is a portal that opens by the end of July, towards the end of July, and is open through the first couple weeks in August. This is when the Sirius star is aligning with the sun and aligning with our planet as well. So we have the most light on the planet during this time of year, which is when we get upgraded energetically and our bodies can start to feel like, whoa, what's going on this time of year? But there's a lot of momentum. This is a great time to put your goals in place for the next year. This is when in ancient times, the Egyptians always considered this such a sacred time because it's when the land would be most fertile. The Nile would flood during this time of year and the land would be most fertile. And this is when they would plant their intentions for the next year and plant their harvest. And they would always get the richest harvest when they planted this time of year. So that's why this is considered such a strong spiritual time of year and the perfect time to come together and to really just nourish yourself and to go within and allow what's naturally meant to come up to come to pass in your life and to get really clear about those seeds so that you feel really solidly rooted. So thank you so much for joining me for this video and listening in. And I hope to welcome you into one of these experiences or encourage you to look for ones that feel really aligned for you. And let me know if you have any questions. All right, have a beautiful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe for any new tapping videos or Akashic meditations and updates that I upload here on the regular. And I will see you very soon. Bye.